Welcome back to Willow Creek. Today we're going to be working on the Spalding house. We're just going to be working on one little tiny room. It's a little bit of a shorter part. I've had some personal life stuff going on with one of our cats. We had some bad news. So I want to get a video out for you guys today. I'm just a little bit not under the weather, but like mood-wise under the weather. But if you don't mind, please subscribe if you haven't already, and please leave me a like and a comment. I certainly appreciate that. Let's go ahead and jump right into build mode. I'll see you in a bit. Okay, here we are in build mode, and what I'm gonna do, I'm using this, it's the same, I think, wallpaper from, yeah, it's like just with the wainscoting, same wallpaper that we used the base game one that's in the home salon, only I'm gonna be using this one. It's kind of more nautical, and that is exactly what I'm going for in this guest room. So let me turn off move objects, or turn on, excuse me, deletion protection. I don't want anything to go away because yeah, we've put a lot into this house. So we don't want to lose it. But basically, yeah, this entire room is going to be very nautical, very coastal, kind of like our bathroom here. So I did find something I didn't realize we had, which was like this lifesaver, life preserver. When I say lifesaver, I think of the candy. So, and yeah, this is called life preserver. So yeah, I found that, and I was actually looking in the island, is it Island Escape? What is that one called? Island Living. I have no idea what these packs are called anymore, but I was looking into those just to make sure, like, you know, was there anything? And I was like, oh, we've got this one, even though this one is, I don't think it's, you know, it is. Okay, it's like one of those unlockable career lifeguard things. For some reason, I was thinking it was cats and dogs because that's also kind of like nautical sea, ocean, beach. The next thing I'm going to be putting in here, I'm putting in this dresser with this island, see, I just did it. I said Island Adventure. What is Island Adventure? Island Living vase on it. And I did size it down with the bracket key, that particular vase, because it's gigantic otherwise. I didn't want it to be like, you know, some big giant thing, and it doesn't really sit directly in the middle where I want it. So, I mean, it's not going to be exactly, but it is going to be on this bureau like that, in that way. And then I was thinking I wanted to put some wall sconces. What is... Sorry guys, I'm off today. As I said in my intro, I am kind of reeling. We have some very bad news for our kitty. Not the newest one that we got. This is just a coincidence about our cats, but our oldest cat, her name is Marzipan, and I'll put a picture of her on the screen. She actually got diagnosed with lymphoma, and so we're thinking about having to make that hard decision, and it's just really difficult. I'm just trying to carry on because we just got the news today, and I mean, she's like 14 years old. She wasn't feeling good. We just thought maybe she had like a cold, but she really wasn't bouncing back. So it's just kind of difficult. You know, if you've ever gone through things with a pet health-wise, it's not fun, and having to make any kind of decision like this is always difficult, and it's a part of life. We've had her since she was a kitten, so it's just really sad, you know, and she was my husband's first cat, so it's a hard decision. And then I think it's even harder for me because having to like tell my 3-year-old, like, hey, this is what's going on with our cat, and I don't want to sugarcoat it. I want her to understand what's really going on. She knows that she's sick, like that the kitty is sick. I'm just really glad that they have some time together, and like before, like she got to meet her, you know, and like be around her in her world and stuff. So I'm sorry, I don't mean to bring everything down, but that's what's been going on. And so if I'm not my like normal chipper self, like I'm trying to be chipper, but I think I'm like normally pretty happy anyway. But this is just something that, so I'm trying to make sure these are straight. Yeah, okay, I think they are. It's just, you know, I'm normally pretty chipper, and I can like pretty much, I laugh when I get nervous. I'm one of those people. I don't know if you've noticed that. I laugh at everything. Let's not be on that subject anymore, because I'm sure you're not here to be sad, but I hope you guys are doing well. And I'm gonna use this bed here, and this is from Cats and Dogs. Yep. This one, again, when I thought about this house, I was like, isn't there that one like blue and white with like this thing, it really matches this guy right here to me. So I just really feel like it goes with the whole theme. I feel like if you're staying with these people and you're like going in their rooms and seeing everything, and then you come in here, obviously that's like the natural the natural process of like what that room is going to look like. So what I want to do, I do want to put some of these pillows on. And what I think I'll do is I'll probably size them up just a little bit, like maybe one here, and size it up again, bring it up. And then what I think I want to do, let me see this, kind of put that like that. And then I was just debating on which one I wanted to use, but I think I would like to use that guy. This is not the base game. These other blue ones are, but this is from that one kit. I think it's like Glamour, oh gosh, Modern Luxe. There's no glamour to it. It's Modern Luxe is what that pillow is. And I just thought it would be nice to kind of mix things up with it being a little bit less, you know, solid. I thought that would be nice. So we're doing that. I have this one picked out as well because I wanted to put this one in the chair that we have, which let me go ahead and put the chair in now. And I was going back and forth on what chair to put in here because I wanted to have some kind of chair. I have like, you know, blue and white, and this one is like blue with like a slight greenish blue, and I was like, it doesn't really go with everything, but I mean, I think that's pretty realistic, so we're gonna go ahead and do that. I just don't know what else to do otherwise, but I want to put this in the chair. And I actually might want to, sorry, oop, I was actually putting the bracket keys. I was like making it teeny tiny on accident. Yeah, I'm gonna have to change the color of that because that's not quite the one that I want. Why don't we just go with this one? Because like it's between that. And I think this one is just a little bit better. Kind of pulls everything together a little bit more. Yeah, I think that's fine. I honestly would love these giant pillows. I think these are so nice. I love pillows. I'm that kind of person. I don't have a like ton of pillows on our bed, but we do have a lot on. Well, I mean, we have 4 on our couch. It's not a ton. It's not like there's 8 of them or something. But I love just having a place to like hang out on, like put your elbow on or like kind of lounge on. I don't know. That's just me. I like to be comfortable. I'm a human being. But I don't really love having like a bunch of pillows that you have to like throw off and whatever each night. I don't like that. So I've got this guy. I think this is from Jungle Adventure. I like how I just like mix and mash up all of the things. It's not Jungle Adventure. It's Parenthood. Yeah, it's Parenthood. And isn't it Parenthood? Yeah, Parenthood. This chest of drawers, and I'm putting a TV on there. Again, I think it's just nice to have some kind of television, especially if you've got guests and stuff like that. And I feel like they probably have family that stays over quite often, so you know, it is nice to have. I'm also using this plant. This is from the only custom content that I'm going to be using in this whole build, which is the Nostalgia Living Stuff pack by A Winged Llama as the creator. And I just thought this kind of looks very old-fashioned-ish, so I'm putting that in the lighter basket since it's kind of nautical themed. So we have this darker one, which is default, and this lighter one, so I think I'll use that. And I need to pull this chair out slightly then. And I always playtest everything before I put it up on the gallery, so I'll make sure that this is all routable, that people or Sims can get in both sides of the bed, and they can also use this. So don't worry, if this isn't quite right, I will make it work, so don't worry at all. So I was debating on which tables to put on the side tables. And I thought these would be nice. I think these are from the For Rent pack, and they are just some big cute like round guys. I don't know, they really fit in with like this vanity over here and this chair, so I just felt like this was a nice just fit to go in with this. And it's the same color of that lightish kind of cream wood, so we're doing that on each side with these lamps. These are the university lamps, and I just think these are just very kind of like, they remind me of like I Love Lucy, which by the way, one of my top favorite shows since I was like a little child. But I'm concerned, should I put it in? I thought these had like a darker blue. I guess they don't. Okay, well then that blue is the only one we're gonna do. I thought they had like a darker blue lampshade. Maybe I'm thinking of some custom content or something like that. I don't know. It was between those and the for rent ones, which are these right here. And I just thought that maybe these were not quite as nautical as I wanted them to be. Plus I am using them in the other parts of the house too. And I just thought it would be a little bit nicer to have it over here. I thought it'd be a bit nicer just to have these, since I'm using this blue one over here, running out of blue grandma and grandpa house lamps to use, so I'm using these two in here. They're not quite the same. Now with these, sorry, when I was talking, I just put these in here on you guys, but I figured that I would want these. I think these are kind of nice, and I wanted to keep in with, like, you know, the lace curtains that we kind of have all throughout, and they don't really go with everything. They're not quite the same blue. I wish they were more of this kind of blue, this lighter kind of coastal blue, but beggars can't be choosers, and this is what we've got at the moment. And I don't really feel like anything else kind of goes with it. Maybe that, but I don't feel like that's it. I don't think that's the vibe. So we're going to go ahead and go with that. And then I'm putting this light blue rug. Now this rug, if you have never seen this rug before, it's probably because you've only seen it in the ugliest of all ugly swatches. So this is from my pet stuff. Again, we're pulling that out, or we're reviving the dead carcass of that. But it usually comes in like these weird kind of like kiddish animal things. But they do actually have some very nice neutral regular kind of rugs at the end of the swatches. You just really have to look. That's why I always feel like you have to really, really look at the swatches, because there can be some really good stuff. So you may have like, well, this is not a good example, but like this one with all these mountains and stuff on it, and then you might have some at the end that are just like plain, although this is not a good example because this does not have that, but you see what I mean. So, I mean, and that's not to say, I do feel like that when you use these correctly, like in the right place, these are perfect. Because really and truly, when else you're going to be able to use a ladybug thing? I mean, when you really need it is when you're going to need it. So it's nice to have. So I know a lot of people like to poo-poo my first pet stuff pack, and I get why. And at the time when it first came out, I totally felt like you're paying on that, but I do feel like there are some redeeming qualities. I don't know if it's necessarily worth the money, but if you already have it, or if you can get it on discount, just get it. You know, if you're a builder, just get it. I think it's worth it. So I wanted to put something over here. It was a little bit blank, so I'm just putting this plant. Again, this is one of the newer ones. This is from for rent, and I'm doing it in the blue swatch for obvious reasons. I just felt like we needed something extra, and I like how these plants that are in here, they look very like office-y. I don't know if that makes any sense. They're very neat. They're very like nondescript, and that's what I wanted in here. I wanted it to look a little bit generic and just like, oh, it's a coastal breeze, but like also of the 90s, just like kind of sterile, you know, effect. And then the last thing I've got in here is this lamp. I have two more things. This lamp from the Nostalgia Living Stuff pack, and it's just, there you go. That's the lamp right there. The last thing I do have is a mirror, but I just wanted to say, I have been trying to figure out what on earth is going on with my ceilings, and I just don't know. I took the roof off. Now, this has nothing to do with it. This is just me not being good at roofing, and this is actually better than what I had originally. I can't seem to like get rid of this seam. I don't know, but regardless, I took the roof off and I made sure everything was the way it was supposed to be. Technically, every one of these rooms has a roof on it, and I don't know why they're like this, but they are. So, and it's weird because, like, okay, let me show you. Okay, so say I want to use this rustic subfloor. If I put that down, let me make sure okay, good. I want to make sure I had delusion protection on. If I put that down, you'll still be able to see the texture of it, but you see how blue it is? So that makes me think that it's just the lighting in the game, because honestly, there's nothing I could do. What I'm using is what I always use, which is this great gravel and like the white swatch, just to give it like some texture. And technically that's what it is, but like it ain't doing. See, you can like see the texture of it, and that's what I want. But it's just like it has this awful blue cast when you're in the rooms. I don't know. I think that I think that's just the way the cookie crumbles with this particular game. And you know what? That's fine. So that's it. Let's go ahead and take a little tour of this little room. All right, so as you walk into the room, we have a little chest of drawers with a nautical painting above it. By the way, that nautical painting, I believe, is from Cats and Dogs, and I did size it down with the bracket key once. I don't know if I mentioned that or not. I'm just like on autopilot right now. But yeah, I have that there. And we're gonna head into the main bedroom. There is a closet in here, by the way. And this is the little bedroom. I wish I could have put more coastal stuff in here. We just, like I said before, in the bathroom, don't have much. So if I find something else that like I didn't realize, like that life preserver that I didn't realize we had, I'll put it up someplace, maybe like behind the TV or something like that. But there isn't really just much that we have, and I do kind of like the sterility of this room. I just feel like it's an untouched, this is like the guest room, you know, in bold. So I think it's fine. I think it's good, and I think it suffices for what we want this to be used for. And I think it's one of those things where people know, you know, you've got that one room nobody touches unless it's for guests. That's why it's so clean and so perfect and so bare and devoid of like any personality. So thank you guys so much for watching today. Like I said, this was a short one because I am just not fully into it today, but I wanted to get something out for Friday. I hope you have a good rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.